Hello everyone, Ziljin here with another art video. So this is something different. Well, kind of familiar, remember all those Rick and Morty art videos I did so long ago? So yeah, something like that, where it's a bunch of characters. Well, this is not any specific fan art or anything, it's just fantasy warrior arts, and it's hopefully you can tell it's supposed to be various fantasy races. If you can't tell, I'll explain each one by one pretty much. So yeah, I made this so that like I could, it's a reference for myself and also like to show like the different heights and different races and whatnot. Yeah, so these are the orcs, they're gonna be like similar to human height. Roughly similar to human height. These are the dwarves. This is a hobgoblin, so they're a little bit shorter, like approximately one head shorter, I guess. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's roughly one head shorter, maybe one head and a half, one head and a neck. Yeah, and here's a goblin. Here's a goblin. This is a hobgoblin. There's a difference. So the goblin is roughly like one head shorter than the hobgoblin and the horse. If I were to put like specific numbers, I would be like, I don't know, like goblins are like 3 to 4 feet. Hobgoblins and dwarves are like 4 to 5 feet. And then and orcs are like 6 to 7 feet. I think so. Or is it 3 to 4 feet, 4 to 5 feet. Yeah. No, humans might be like 5 to 6 feet. I'm not sure. Maybe something else. I don't know. But yeah, that's the one. I don't know. Maybe humans are a little shorter than the orcs. I forgot. I'll have to figure things out later on. I would hope to eventually have like one of each race and then like have like a sliding scale from like shortest to tallest. Yeah, I do see some artists that have this thing like on the right or the left saying like the numbers, how tall each one is. Yeah. So let's go ahead and look through them. So here's an orc. So she's very different looking from the other ones. Like most of the features are the same, like big muscular arms, and she has what are those called? Are those fangs? Tusks? Fangs? Are fangs the same as tusks? I think so. Yeah. So she got the fangs in her teeth. And so this one, the first one, is more similar to like pigs and boars, with the snot nose. Not snot nose, snout. Snout nose, where it's like the nose is, pushed up against your face and stuff, like a flat nose. I know some orcs, the really old orcs, they used to look more like, maybe they don't actually look like pigs, maybe closer to boars, because boars are brown and stuff like that, and yeah, pigs are usually pink. Yeah, anyway, and they don't have tusks and stuff, so I guess, even though they say like it's pig face, like it looks like a pig, but really I guess it's closer to a boar. But yeah, boars are basically feral pigs, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, like if you ever watch Star Wars, there's these green space aliens that look like they have a pig face. I don't know. I think George Lucas meant to make them as like space orcs or something. But yeah, those were the early days, the olden days when orcs had like a more animal looking face. Now it's kind of, I wouldn't say human, but it's closer. It's becoming closer to humans. Like, yeah. Anyway, so I have the curved ears, like most of the fantasy races have curved ears. She got some brows. I don't know, pronounced brows. And she has a mohawk. The mohawk doesn't mean anything. I just want to have a different hairstyle. So yeah, so the main orcish features is, I guess, when I draw the human, I'll try to make the human look a little less muscular, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm going to make them shorter. But, yeah, proportionally a little bit smaller compared to the orc. The orc should be bigger. I know a lot of people, they draw the orcs like they don't have, it's not that they don't have a neck, but the head is lower. Like, it's like more like yeah, they're like more like gorillas now. newer orcs are like more like gorillas, which is what humans evolved from, or the shared ancestry. But yeah, so modern orcs look closer and closer to humans or primates. Yeah. Anyway, I wonder if like orc is similar to porcine, like which is like a scientific name for pigs and stuff. But anyway, uh, yeah. So got the ears, got the fangs, and the pronounced brows. You know, more monstery creatures. We're gonna have those brows. You know, it's like Neanderthals. Neanderthals. Yeah. Um, and this axe is a little bit more unique than the ones I usually draw. But yeah. Yeah, so that's the main thing. So like this orc is more closer to the classical brown orcs with the snout nose. Yeah, so like I don't know, maybe in my universe there, I mean obviously there's more than one type of orc. I've actually checked. I've drawn the orc noses several ways. So yeah. Anyway, so like maybe this is like a more ancestral orc or missing link orc or like I don't know, but yeah. And here's a orc that's looking a little bit more human, but it's still like really orky. You know, the big fangs, the pronounced brows, and big muscles, and etc. And the nose is a little bit bigger than humans. You know, because you can't just have a really small nose. I try to basically make these orcs similar to the orcs I have previously drawn. So I've drawn the snout nose one. And I've drawn this like more longer roundish nose. And then, yeah, and then there's like the regular triangular nose similar to humans. So yeah, so anyway, so this one I tried to make the axe a little bit different. It's a bit different, so yeah. This looks pretty cool actually. Although maybe this part maybe is too long. Might look a little bit better if this was closer, but I guess it doesn't really matter. I mean, when you look up fantasy axes, there's like a bazillion designs anyway. Yeah. And here's a more human looking orc. So I don't know, maybe it could just be like a half orc, half human hybrid, or maybe, the orcs are evolved. Like that's like the brown orc is like the earlier ancestral, and then over time they become evolving more human looking. But yeah, like I guess for the canon, I guess this is half orc, half human, or at least there's human DNA, human blood, in them. Yeah, that happens in the fantasy universe. There's like half orcs, half humans, half elves, half dwarves, half everything. So I try to make her look a lot more different. She got red hair because that's like more likely a human kind of feature, and brown eyes. Brown eyes. Yeah, basically I had the eyes the color of the skin. So this one, the eyes is like more human because I usually draw my humans with brown eyes. Yeah, and I made sure the fangs are less pronounced. There's no more brow, and the nose is smaller, the fangs are smaller. So yeah. This is like a lot more closer to human. And now, here's my dwarves. And this one, it's going to be like a hill dwarf. I mean, like usually in like fantasy stuff, like dwarves just like live in the mountains and stuff. So but there's some universes that have like, there's like hill dwarves and like snow dwarves, and like Warcraft has frost dwarves, like so many different kinds of dwarves. But right now, the main distinction I've drawn is just hill dwarf, and then the mountain dwarf. So hill dwarf, he's more like they have more contact with humans, so they adapt, more human-like haircuts, and they groom their beards and mustaches a little bit. So they still keep some of the facial hair, gotta keep that dwarven tradition, and that's pretty much a Viking shield, but I don't know, like, I haven't really drawn any other shields. I mostly just keep on drawing the same Viking shield, and you got another axe, because he's a dwarf. Yep. And also, yeah, because, you know, he actually goes outside. He lives in, you know, a house outside a cave. You know, he doesn't live in a mountain and stuff. So he got that suntan going on. You know, he works his fields, etc. He's farming and etc. Chopping wood and stuff. He got the sunlight. He got those sun rays. And here's a mountain dwarf. I guess he looks more closer to an actual Viking. You know, blonde hair, blue eyes. You know, Vikings were actually a lot of Vikings were brunettes and they just bleached their hair blonde. So they're actually very hygienic because they're constantly bleaching their hair. But anyway, so and if you didn't notice, the shields are just the whatever colors their shirts and pants are. Very lazy design, but it looks nice. Yeah, like color coded, you know, factions, you know, color coded for your convenience and stuff. So this guy, you know, he's a mountain dwarf, so of course I'm gonna give him a pickaxe. You know, he's spending all day inside the mountains mining for metals, precious metals and stuff. So his skin is obviously gonna be more light skinned because he doesn't get as much sunlight. Maybe he does come outside sometimes, but most of the time he spends inside, indoors. Yeah. So, and here's a hobgoblin. And yeah, so it's basically a bigger goblin, and I made him orange because basically, you know, if you ever read Marvel comics and stuff, or watched that really old from the 90s Spider-Man animated series, there was the Hobgoblin. And he was basically a clone, not a clone, but like he had similar outfit and gadgets to the Green Goblin, but he had, instead of green costume and green skin, he had more like the skin wasn't necessarily orange, but it's not really green, and then his costume was like orange. So like, yeah, he was like so the shifted the color from green to orange. So I thought, hey, that's a nod to the Marvel Hobgoblin. So I have my Hobgoblins, they're orange, and they're also a little different because they're bigger than goblins. Who knows, maybe, you know, like they're orange and maybe they're like a mix of, you know, the green goblins, you know, and some brown orcs or something. I don't know. So that's why the color is a little bit different. You know, green and orange doesn't necessarily make, I mean, green and brown doesn't make orange, does it? I don't know. Who knows how skin colors work? Yeah, but the point is, he got different skin color, but the rest of his facial features are pretty much the same. Oh, he has a little fang there, another hint that, you know, he got some orc blood in him, you know, the different skin tone color. You know, some orcs are green, but ignoring that, you know, he got a little fang there. It's not as big as, you know, the orc fangs, but it's there. So he's, yeah, and he's stockier, he's bigger, he's taller and built wider. But for the most part, he just looks like a bigger goblin with some slight orc features. Yeah, and he has the same axe and shield as the dwarf. Just wanted to save some time. And here's a goblin. Pretty much, is everyone seriously? Oh, almost everyone had an axe. Just that mountain dwarf had a pickaxe, which I guess if you remove the word pick, it's another axe. Yeah. So his axe, I want to make it look more unique. I didn't want to do another copy paste like I did with the hobgoblin. Yeah, so he has two twin axes. And yeah, it looks really cool actually, even though it doesn't seem that practical. And yeah, I decided, you know, also, yeah, usually, like, from most of the pictures I see, like, goblins and stuff like that, they don't really have that much hair. But I don't know why, like, orcs, like, late at first, like, they probably don't have that much hair, but more, like, modern orcs have lots of hair. So, you know what? I want every species in my universe to have hair. Wait, no. Reptile species not gonna have hair, but, like, you know what? Like, I guess goblins, orcs, they're not necessarily mammals, but you know what? They're kind of similar to humans, so I'm just gonna give them hair. Yeah. Yeah, so I gave him a little more devilish mustache and a little goatee and like a suave looking haircut over there. Yeah, really short hair. And the facial features, yeah, you can see his body is like a lot skinnier compared to the Hobgoblin. And he's a lot shorter, obviously. Yeah. And everyone's like almost wearing the same kind of boots, actually. Well, the orc boots a little look different looking, but yeah, they're all wearing boots. They're all wearing pants and tunics. Although the orcs are wearing different clothes because they're women. But also, yeah. I'm probably gonna try to have like a more standardized. I mean, you could see I did change it up the belt a little bit. This one is like around the waist. This one, you know what I'm saying? This is like a completely separated area with the belt. So it looks like it's actually pinching the tunic towards the middle, around the waist. Over here, it looks like it's glued on, painted on to the waist or whatever. Like that looks a little bit unnatural over here. Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. So hopefully everyone enjoyed watching this video. So yeah, yeah, so future videos, maybe, I don't know how many more of this. I mean, in theory, there could be tons of more because there's like so many races that I want to draw. So I don't know. For right now, I think I'm going to do more like this where like I have like different races and stuff like that. So it's not that high effort drawing, you know. Obviously you can see I did a lot of like similar sketches and stuff like that. Like obviously they have different body shapes, but I did use like, you know, use similar guidelines. You can tell the dwarf is more wider, stockier, and then the goblins are like more skinnier and stuff like that. But yeah. So hopefully everyone enjoyed watching this video. You know, tell me what you think. Like which orc nose do you like better, you know? And like, you know, yeah, like just tell me, like, do these actually look like dwarves? Do they look like goblins, you know? Hobgoblins? Like, have you ever heard? Do they look like orcs, you know, stuff like that? And any specific fantasy race you want to see me draw next, also you can drop it down in the comment section. If not, I'm probably going to draw elves next. But yeah, so that's all the time we got. Hopefully everyone enjoyed watching this video. Be sure to let me know down below. Subscribe, comment, rate the video as always. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Bye-bye. Bye.